This lecture is about your project presentations. It's similar to the one that was given on the last day of classes, but unfortunately, now we're going to have to do virtual classes. So your presentations are going to be virtual as well, but it means that they're going to be videos. So COVID-19 means everything's closed, so there's not going to be in-class presentations. You're going to go into a virtual mode where you're going to present your team presentation, but you're going to be doing it in a video, just like you were going to do the demo video. So I'm going to miss seeing all your smiling faces and seeing your in-class presentations, but we have to make do with what we have. I'm going to go through a bit about the format for your presentations. It's very similar to what you were doing before, but I want to emphasize the changes so that you know what you're doing. So you're going to create a video of your presentation using the slide deck that you were going to do, and you're going to narrate over the slides like I'm doing now. Most presentation software will allow you to do this: PowerPoint, Keynote, Prezi. So this will produce a video of your presentation, and you'll be able to either combine this with your video for your demo by putting the demo video at the end of your presentation video, or producing two videos, or in fact merging the two, so you do some presentation with your slide deck and then go over to the video. Your choice about what works best for you. Once again, everybody has to present, so everybody on the team has to do this. Obviously, you're not getting together, you're doing physical distancing, so introduce yourself when you're going to start narrating a part of the video. The materials you're going to hand in are going to be the slide deck, the any code that you've written, the project report. All this will go on GitLab, and I'll discuss later in this presentation what we're going to do about handing in the videos. So remember, relax, have fun with this. I'm going to be looking at all your videos, so I'm going to want a little bit of entertainment, but don't worry too much about the production quality. Worry about presenting what you've done so that I can appreciate everything you did in the project. So just like before, for the presentations, the slide deck's not going to be too big. I'm relaxing the time constraints because it's going to be very difficult to do this with a video. Because everybody is not used to this, so 12 to 15 slides, between 10 and 15 minutes. The same thing about when you're doing this presentation as if you were doing it in class. Don't just read your slides. Diagrams are great. You can narrate over that. Make sure that the slides aren't too cluttered, and divide up the slide deck amongst your team members. And instead of slide numbers, we're not going to need those now. What you can do, like I've done here in the presentation, is put the name of the presenter in the corner of the slide deck. The presentation elements are going to be the same as before: a project statement, contributions, the aspects of the cloud that you covered, your main accomplishments, and like I said, you could splice in the demo at any point in this, and the future work for the audience. What should they be looking for in terms of resources or tools or services that they can use that they're finding out about in your project presentation? And then end up with the if you had to do this again, what worked, what didn't work, what would you change? And some of this now might be discussing what you would have done if we hadn't had the lockdown at the university. Just like I did for the in-class presentation, I give you sort of an idea of how you can structure this lengthwise, but I have relaxed a bit of the requirements because we're doing this on the video, so these are just a guideline. And now also what I want you to do is I want you to add one slide at the beginning, which is the team number, all the team members, a title. Put this on the front so that you can introduce the presentation or the project. We weren't going to really have to make sure that this was a slide when you're doing it in class, but do that now. And then you're going to have the slide deck and the demo, and like I said, your choice about how you integrate all of this. With the evaluations, we were going to have it a little bit different because we're going to have in-class evaluations, but now that probably is going to be too difficult to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all of the evaluations. I will try to make the presentations viewable for everybody, but I don't want to put too much of a burden on the university right now with downloading and uploading. I'll explain later how you're going to submit your videos, but I'm going to be doing all of the evaluation, and I'll do it the same as I talked about before. I'm going to look at presentation style. When I say staying on time, I just mean not ridiculously under or over the estimates that I've given you. Did everybody present in some way? Are your slides readable, well organized, informative, those sorts of things? Just the the usual things that you would do when you're doing a presentation. Can I hear you? Can I understand what's going on? And I'll look at a rating of excellent, good, adequate, or poor. This is exactly what I talked about in class about the contents. Did you go over all the elements? Could you have done some of them better? Give you an overall rating. And the project contents itself, not just the presentation contents, but the project. Did it truly explore cloud computing? Did you give convincing arguments? And do I understand more about cloud now that I've seen your presentation? So that's some of the things I'm going to look for. But now, because I'm going to do all of it, the presentation portion of the video, I'm going to evaluate for 10 marks. This is pretty simple. It's not going to be like before the demo. The demo portion will be 5 marks, also graded by myself. And the project report will be graded out of 20 for a total project grade of 35%. With this project demo, the actual demo part of the presentation part, I want to make sure I get a feel for what you did. Does it answer some of the questions I may have had from the presentation? And like I said, I don't care whether you leave it at the end or you integrate it throughout the presentation. You get to choose, but I'm going to look at the demo to say, did I get a good idea of what you were doing, and could I see it in action? Once again, this should be the work of the entire team. It should be scripted because it's a lot of people have trouble just talking over what's going to happen, and discuss this with the team. I know this might be hard for everybody to participate, so what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to work together to script it all out and what you're going to do, but you can choose to have one person talking about it. So make sure that you figure out what parts of the video are going to be captured by either like your laptop camera or webcam, and those that are going to be screen captures, because sometimes it's going to be better to just do a screen capture while you're narrating over that. And so up to you. Is it better to show a person doing it and show the screen, go back and forth? Up to you, right? Once again, scripting it and practicing it will be good, but I don't want you to spend too much time doing this. I just want you to get it done, have some fun, show me what you did. I'm going to talk a little bit about the video logistics. It's similar to what we had for the demo video, although now instead of just demo video like this slide says, it's going to be for the whole thing. The total length of the video, the slide deck presentation and the demo shouldn't be more than 20 minutes. What I'll do though is that you can put it in one, you could put it in two, it's up to you. That I'm going to leave for you. The video has to be an MP4 video format. There's lots of different ways to capture your camera or your screen. I don't care what you do, and there's lots of different converters out there to convert to MP4 content, depending on what system you're on. But there's a handy tool that will help you compress the video or change its format, and that's called Handbrake. And I've given the link to it. Here's what the link looks like. It's free. I've downloaded it on my Mac and it works very well, and it does substantially shrink the size of the video, and that's while still maintaining quality. I haven't seen really a big quality difference, but what's good about this is that the network is being used a lot now because everybody's working from home. The university is all online. So if you can make things smaller, that would be very nice. Where are you going to put all of these things? Well, you're going to put the slide deck, the project code, and your report in the GitLab repo. Everybody should do that. You're going to post the videos in a suitable site that I'll determine over the next few days. I want to do some experiments. I think it might be YouTube because I want to keep you away from CourseLink because it's being overused right now. I'll also put a permission form up, and you can put that in your repo as well. That'll be posted soon on CourseLink. I'll post instructions on CourseLink about where you're going to post a video, and I am asking you on CourseLink now to go and designate one person who is going to upload the video, because I don't want you to put it in your GitLab. I want the video to be just in one spot and one person, just one copy of it. So if you can go to CourseLab and look for one in the discussion forums, there'll be one where I want you to pick a leader, I'm calling it, which is going to be the submission leader, and put the team number, the person's name, the person's email, so that I can arrange with them to make sure that they can post. I think what I'm going to do is create a common YouTube channel and make those people administrators for it so they can upload their videos. So hope to talk to you over the rest of the semester at least a little bit. If not, have a good rest of the semester, a safe one, a healthy one, and if this is the end of your degree, congratulations, and hope you don't have too many problems finding a job in these extraordinary times. So stay healthy, and we'll talk soon.